It's 6 a.m. and 5 new inmates have just arrived at the prison. A 12-man committee of guards, doctors and psychologists have gathered to meet the prisoners.
Здравствуйте, граждане осужденные. Прибыли отбывать наказание в концентрационную колонию.
Each new arrival is taken through the same procedure.
Федоренко.
Александр Александрович, 1975 года рождения, статья 263, 1, 309, 1. Срок 4 года, 1 месяц.
Становимся. Так, граждане осужденные взяли свои вещи. Проходим прямо к воротам, выстроимся в шеренгу.
Having been to prison before, the 5 inmates already know the rules that are enforced in all Ukrainian prisons. Stand still at white lines, hands behind your back, and look at the ground. They also know Colony 100 is different. It is the most notorious of Ukraine's 170 detention centers. It is a legacy of the Soviet Union, and even now, the inmates tell horror stories of torture and murder. Colony 100 is divided into 2 sections. The main wing is for repeat offenders. Strict discipline and work in the prison's factories are intended to help these hardened criminals to one day regain their freedom. The other wing is a prison within a prison, a maximum security for those serving life sentences and houses Ukraine's worst felons. Every morning, Sergei, a prison guard, reports for duty. According to Ukrainian law, the inmates of his wing will never pass through these doors again. In Ukraine, a life sentence really does mean life. The prisoners in this building will remain here until they die.
Осужденный Настенко убил 2 девушек вот, за изнасилование и также убийство 2 девушек. Вот. Также вот осужденный Сиренко был пожизненному лишению свободы, приговорен за издевательство над девушкой. Долго, ее там около 2 недель они издевались над ней, там, насиловали и так далее. Также разные, допустим, осужденный Казаченко за убийство 4 человек. Вот. Был курсантом пожарной академии и убил 4 человек. Это особо опасные преступники, за которыми максимальный уровень безопасности при их содержании.
Ukraine does not reconsider cases after a minimum sentence has been served. The chance of parole is 0. 2 inmates once filed a petition to be transferred to another cell block, but both requests were rejected. No one has ever left this wing alive. The prisoners live in 2 or 3-man cells, along with fellow murderers, locked up together in a space of just 12 square meters for the rest of their lives. The guards monitor the cells around the clock to ensure the inmates don't attempt suicide. Several have tried. Consequently, the signs on the door note their level of aggressiveness and suicide attempts, in addition to the inmates' names and personal details. Today, we will meet the most dangerous of all the prisoners. In the main section of Colony 100, the new arrivals have to be processed. This includes a shower, a thorough medical examination, and above all, a search of their belongings. Drugs, knives, guns. There is nothing the guards at Colony 100 haven't found, despite the fact that the inmates here ought to know better.
12, 25. Это Харьков, да. Да. Ну, я не знаю, посмотрим. Поживем, увидим, как говорится. 4 года, 1 месяц.
Alexander is one of the new inmates.
УДО, наверное. Это условно-досрочно. Ну, не знаю, наверное, если буду себя хорошо вести.
His only chance of early release is if the guards are happy with him. Colony 100 is one of Ukraine's most secure prisons. There are 3 administrative buildings and a cafeteria in the middle of the compound. A huge steel plant on the east side, and next to the maximum security wing is the main section. 9 cell blocks for normal inmates. Like in Sector 4, they live in individual apartment buildings surrounded by barbed wire and walls. If a prisoner tried to break out, he would still find himself right in the middle of the prison. The whole compound is surrounded by a wall with several layers of barbed wire. If a prisoner managed to get over or under it, he would still be in no man's land. A 10-meter wide zone with no way in or out. Armed guards posted in 6 towers monitor this narrow strip of land around the clock. In the case of an escape attempt, the guards are ordered to shoot. No one has ever managed to break out of Colony 100, and the prisoners know that something else will be waiting for them on the other side of the walls. The most powerful weapon in the fight against escape attempts. The Special Canine Unit. Specially trained dogs with only one goal: to immediately take out prisoners in any conceivable situation.